Hey everyone, it's Ivan with kitbadger.com, out here with
Jenny from Finland.
And we're going to go over our course loadout from the 3-day mid-range rifle class at Thunder Ranch. So, quick backstory, I met Jenny
Was it 2022?
Probably 2022, I guess. Yeah. SHOT Show, when you worked for Varusteleka.
Varusteleka, yeah.
I got it close. And ended up being friends. She basically was our handler for all the people that were not Finnish, competing in Finnish brutality. The media
cats.
Squad, yes, herding cats. And so ended up getting to be friends. Stayed in contact, ended up actually visiting you before winter brutality.
Yeah, for some skiing training.
Yeah, out there in the snow, really fun, good time. And you are a very amazing, accomplished shooter.
I wouldn't say that, but I try my best.
She has a bunch of medals and trophies and goes to worlds and stuff.
Yeah.
And is sponsored by a number of gun companies. So, quick segue, we ended up actually going down to Thunder Ranch, 2 parts. One, to actually go get some content and do some shooting, since she is a sponsored shooter by GenIII. Amazing shotgun company. And so got to actually go do a bunch of rad stuff, shooting those guns, tons of fun down there. And also an opportunity to go learn at the 3-day mid-range rifle class. So with that in mind, this is kind of the loadout from that class, like shotgun stuff aside. I'll go over, I guess, my stuff, and then you can run through your stuff real quick.
Yeah, sure.
And so starting ground up, I guess, all 3 days, I wore these right here. These are my Lems. I always want to say Trailhead, but these are the Trail Blazer.
I really like the texture on the bottom.
Yeah, these are probably the grippiest of the Lems, I think, that they probably make, and that I've experienced anyway. I do like them. They're really lightweight. We kind of got all the weather. I think it rained the first day.
Yeah, and then it got windy the second day, a bit
got
cold,
some wind.
and then
third day was nice, warm.
Sunny and
yeah. But these did great across the board for me. We did some hiking on the last day. Nothing really crazy. There's definitely some loose dirt, stuff like that, and then climbing up over rocks and whatnot. So these did great, as well as just moving on mainly gravel and things like that. So pleased with those. From there, moving up, I actually changed my socks every day. You're welcome, by the way.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Peanut appreciates.
Peanut also appreciated that. Wearing these are just Merino socks. These are great. These are by 0.6. Pretty much swapped them every day. Wearing those. And then as far as pants, which I think this dovetails with yours, was wearing these by Varusteleka. I have reviewed them before. They're their combat pants, and I like a lot of things about them, to include the fact that all your military sizes, these being medium long, and then you have some actual sizing adjustment, and so they actually fit, rather than just oh, these are a little short for me, but I'm gonna wear them. Go ahead.
What I like about these pants is that you can actually fit a smartphone in the thigh pockets.
Yeah.
And then
or a magazine.
Yeah, or a magazine. And the knee pads are really great. They're
these are
$10 per piece.
Yeah, these are the best knee pads I think I've ever used in anything. And these are it's the same material as their elbow pads for their combat shirt. You just cut them down a little bit if you want. And yeah, these things I do really like. They've done a good job for me kind of across the board. And one thing at Thunder Ranch, beautiful facility, in part because you're going to police all your brass. So being able to kneel down and police your brass and be comfortable is awesome. As far as other layers, pretty much was wearing t-shirts most every day. And then I think it pretty much got the coldest it was, and then it just warmed up from there. So on day 1, I think I ended up, maybe on day 2 also, wearing this right here, which is by Beyond. This is their Alpha Aura jacket, I believe. Probably one of my very favorite insulation pieces. It's really light. It does 0 for wind. So I know it's super soft. And so as a consequence though, I ended up with this right here, also by Varusteleka, and it is their like hard shell. And so being able to have this and basically scale this insulation was really handy. And yeah, all that stuff did pretty good. Layers for you?
First, can I ask what's the patch on the sleeve?
Oh yeah, that one's by Prometheus Design Works. Another cool outdoor company.
It looks like Idaho.
Yeah, it does, which is why I have it. Layers for you?
Yeah, I was just wearing, well, we got...
We matched.
Yes, we got some shit on the first day matching the MO5 bands and the hard shell jacket.
Yeah, I think we both have these from Varusteleka.
Matchy. He copied my outfit.
Other way around, but moving on.
Otherwise, I was wearing a hoodie and a t-shirt. And on the warmest day when we hiked up a hill, there was no shade, so I knew it was going to be a bit hotter. These M05 bands that are the older design are a bit thicker, so I wore the new multicam bands. They're a bit more breathable and...
Yeah, I haven't tried these yet, but you had mentioned that, and they do feel lighter. I'll probably end up trying a pair.
It's nicer in the summer.
And they also still fit the knee pads, which is pretty clutch.
The design is similar otherwise, except it's just lighter fabric.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And then shoes, Salomon.
You're
probably wearing them right now.
Almost all the time.
Don't kick me.
Yep, I will kick you only purposefully.
Okay. That right there though was pretty much layers, and yeah, we'll move on from there. As far as personal protective equipment, Ear Pro, I end up usually just wearing these Surefire EP4, 3, 4, I don't remember. One, like shooting rifle and stuff like that. It's really nice not having over-ear hearing protection. Like for me, I usually end up breaking the seal and stuff like that. Yeah. So
punching yourself in the face with the stock.
Yeah. That happens.
Yeah.
So those, and then Eye Pro, I wear prescription lenses. So these right here, which are my Smith Director Elite with Zeiss ballistic lenses. Yeah, because they are the right prescription.
Wow, holy fuck.
That's why you're not allowed to be on there. Look at all this swearing. What'd you end up having?
Yeah, this is not dip. It's my ear protection. They're similar to yours, like passive.
Okay. Similar to Surefire.
Yeah, like you can either have it
open or closed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I need to wear double hearing protection all the time, and
because you're always shooting.
Yes, and because I'm already losing some of my...
What?
Yeah, what? So I just wear these Peltors when I shoot.
Are those amplified?
Yes.
Okay. I guess, do they work? Because I have a bunch.
They do work. With these open and these open, I can hear pretty good. I can actually hear the guys talking shit about me better with both of these than without anything.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then
it works great. So the Eye Pro, thank you. I've had these since 2016 maybe.
How are they not totally scratched up?
Well, I have to change the lens every 2 years or
I was like,
every year.
Insane, but okay.
Yep. So what I like about these is the slick design, because I get headache easily in here.
Especially wearing these over the top.
Yep. Yeah. So I like
Which ones are those?
ESS.
ESS. Yeah, right on. And those did good for you, I assume?
Yeah. Still use them.
Good deal. Now, I guess some of the kind of accessory equipment that we used. As far as kind of support equipment goes, there was definitely support equipment, but it wasn't super equipment heavy. Like you didn't need a bunch of other gear as far as things you're wearing, plate carrier, any of that stuff. For shooting, especially shooting in the prone, bags get very important. I, for the most part, pretty much use this one the entire time by Cole-Tac, and that one also is by Cole-Tac, different kind. How'd that one do for you?
I liked it a lot. It wasn't as soft as the other similar.
The other one, same shape, except the whole thing was elastic, which it can move too much, I've found.
Yeah, it moved too much with every single shot, so I had this both under my gun hand and also under my stock. So it was just perfect length for me.
Nice. The other thing I do say I like about this is it's lightweight. When we hiked up, we brought this. We did not bring this. This one right here is, again, by Cole-Tac wax canvas. Great bag, pretty much filled with, I think, sand. And it's great, but it's really heavy. But when you sink your stock into it, it won't move. The other thing, and we use this up top, I think, at least I put it up on top of rocks, shooting down
I didn't
from up there.
use it at all because in my discipline shooting sports we are not allowed to use these types of bags, so I just went without.
Got reps for it, went on it. I will say this was actually nice too when we were doing stuff like shooting over the railing, being able to throw this on a railing, put the gun on top of it, stays put, and Tricorne bag. Water. Hydration's pretty important. These are great water bottles. This one is insulated, double-walled stainless steel from Prometheus Design Works with some cool stickers on it.
What are the stories of the stickers?
Well, that one, you were probably there, 2023. Shot Show, that one's Prometheus Design Works. This one right here is Prism. They do super sneaky, low-profile clothes with all kinds of stuff built in. Pretty neat.
So not the grocery store Prisma we have in
Different
Finland.
Prisma. Definitely a different Prisma. And then, if anyone's familiar with this, you'll get it. Amazing artist. Other stuff, Garmin. So we got there late because someone flew in. And then basically just hauled the mail all the way down, drove the rest of that night essentially, and then through that next morning, got there right in the afternoon. So didn't miss too much, but we did miss basically sighting in and things along those lines. So when we went down to immediately start shooting and confirm Xero, went ahead, threw this thing out because it's so easy to set up. Garmin Xero XC1, I believe, XC1. Yeah, Xero C1 Pro, sorry. But had this thing down there and got our velocities, because also on day 2, we had to switch ammo for you, and velocities are important, so immediately got velocities with that, again, really quick. Adjusted your Xero a tiny bit and you were good to go.
So these are used a lot by competitive shooters also. These are very popular. And didn't Colton, one of the instructors, say that before we arrived on the first day, they were 10 of these side by side on the line?
Everyone had one on the line.
Yeah.
And again, is it important? Sometimes. And when it is important, it's really important because you were shooting 5.56 out to 900 yards.
Yeah.
It's pretty far, especially for a 5.56. And so being able to at least get most of your math really dialed in, velocity gets super important. And so for that, you were using these, right?
Yes.
So I'll go into the range finding I used, but you can speak to those. These I think are the Kilo 8.
Yeah, Kilo10K.
Sorry, Kilo10K.
ABS.
Oscar 8 is their spotting scope app. But yeah, Kilo10K range finding binos.
10 times zoom. And the information, just a moment, the information you get on this is the distance, and then when you have the app on your phone, you can put your ballistics data on the app, and these will tell you how many mils or clicks you have to turn the scope, which is super awesome, easy.
Instantaneous, all of the information. Some of their older, I think I reviewed their Kilo 5K rangefinder, which it's great. I still use it sometimes, use it for hunting mainly.
Yep.
But when you range, it'll show you the distance, and then a second or two later, it'll show you your ballistic solution, where this, everything is right there, which makes it really quick.
Yep, and it's lightweight to carry with you. I I hiked with these up,
That's right.
up the
You
hill.
brought 'em up there.
And then we were forbidden to use rangefinders because we had to estimate and guesstimate and calculate the distances. So I just used these as binoculars to find the targets.
With them also too. Like spotting people's trace and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah. Great glass on them. And then lastly, I guess, as far as gear stuff goes, I had this right here, which is a backpack. I don't think I'm blanking on the name of this pack right now. It's an acronym from Prometheus Design Works, which ironically has a Varusteleka patch on it, not to be confused with the Varusteleka shell with the Prometheus Design Works patch on it. But this thing did a good job. I'm always carrying stuff to include cameras. So inside here, I had my drone in here. I had another camera in here. I was hand holding another camera. Then I had 2 tripods in here, a shooting tripod and then a filming tripod. Also had water in here, had probably like 160 rounds of 308 in here, a couple magazines, and yeah, also a layer in here, or 2 layers maybe, jackets. So it fit all the things, and it was pretty topped out at that point, but did a great job. Just, I mean, again, we weren't going anywhere crazy, but a good, easy way to carry everything, still access stuff, and still easy to like pack everything back up, secure all the tripods with the straps, and yeah, it was good to go.
I like how it even has a handle here.
Yeah.
So you don't have to carry it.
I've actually traveled with this a lot, and going through the airport is handy because you can just grab it like a suitcase.
And the zipper opens up completely.
Yeah, you
so
can either
easy access
straight down from the top or unzip the whole thing.
Yeah.
So pretty handy pack. So Ginny flew in basically without any gear, and I was like, here's a gun, shoot the gun. I know you know how to shoot a gun. And she did, but this is what she ended up shooting.
So yeah, I just arrived on the airplane. I didn't have anything else except my clothes and Ear Pro and Eye Pro with me. Ivan set everything up for me, which I'm very grateful for.
It was mostly zeroed. It was zeroed for my eye.
Enough.
She made a little bit of adjustments as far as, I think, mainly windage, honestly.
Well, I think you did a good, excellent job just setting this up for me so that I could finish the course.
Appreciate that.
So yeah, it's a PCM 556 with 16-inch barrel, and because we were because we were shooting side by side, so Ivan put a silencer, Surefire silencer on it.
I would not let you shoot next to me on suppress. Yeah, on there is the Surefire RC3. Sounds pretty good. We obviously didn't use any light or anything like that.
No, we were shooting at daylight. And then I had a Leupold Mk5 HD 2 to 10 power scope on it.
reticle, I think it is, which, go ahead and speak to that.
Yeah, I was not a big fan of the reticle. Yeah, it's just a crosshair with no numbers, just smaller lines and bigger lines.
Full mil, half mil, full mil.
Yeah.
And I actually haven't reviewed this yet. I need to finish my review. That's my same critique. Like, great glass.
Yeah.
Like, the magnification range is great. You can do a lot with that.
The eye box is big. I didn't have any trouble with that.
Yeah, it's just the reticle is too thick, which is really hard, period, because you have a first focal plane, and so the reticle is going to suck somewhere along that magnification range. And yeah, at 10x, it's just way too thick. Totally usable at 2, but 10, it's thicker than I would like.
So at the 700 and 900, we would have a small EPod targets, and the reticle would almost cover all of the target, which was challenging, but you know, I made it work.
You did. You got your hits.
Yeah.
On here is the die-free company, their Kung Fu grip. Mainly using these Magpul 20 rounders with the dose boot on there. And
what I had here was the small handle, which is now on
That's
Genesis.
right. Pulled that off. It was the Die-Free Co. Tiger Claw, their hand stop. You use a lot of hand stops, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
In your personal guns for comp.
Yeah, because it's easy to use hand stops as, for example, barricade stops.
Which you used when we were shooting in the barricades as well,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I liked about the mag is this +2 extension with the
yeah, to be able to monopod off of it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that base plate's nice.
Yep.
And then of course you shot that bipod for some of the stuff
Yes,
in the prone.
I had some trouble with learning how to use that.
You're like fighting it. I'm
yes,
like, pull
I
it.
had.
You're like,
I had to ask
no.
Ivan to mansplain how the bipods work for me like 10 times during the course. I've shot mainly like Nordarms and MacBull and other like
other bipods.
Yeah.
Ones that don't operate like that, but got through it.
So,
all right, look at it. Now you know how.
Now
Almost.
I know how. I know how, but it doesn't mean that I'm still a pro at it.
There you go. You did amazing with this gun. I mean, one, you were shooting the first day we had.
Amazing.
You know, I appreciate that. 55 grain, just PMC, which this gun shoots amazingly well. It's like M193. And you were shooting that first day, that stuff out to 700, like consistently. Granted, we weren't fighting a bunch of wind.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't have basically almost any wind during the whole 3 days. I think the maximum wind we got was like few miles per hour max.
Nothing bad.
Yeah.
And then with the 77 grain, like you were making hits really, really quick with that at 900 yards to include everything else inside of that, which, yeah, good job shooting. Also on that, it's their BCM, like, it's a nice USGI trigger. Not a single stage, not a Geisley, like none of that. And yeah, like, good job with that. Like, made that thing work.
Well, like I said, during the course, I don't think the trigger has that much effect when you're shooting single rounds.
Like not fast shots. Strings and
yes,
stuff like that.
when you're shooting fast doubles on paper targets, etc., then that's when the like competition trigger comes in handy.
You have done a lot of competition shooting and have a lot of trophies and medals. I disagree. The only reason because I know I beat the trigger. Like I'll start my trigger press with daylight and just be like, oh, like send it now. And so if I have a like better, lighter trigger, what that translates into is just less opportunity for me to mash that thing before the round actually goes. So it's less input I'm putting on the weapon before it actually fires, like is what that comes down to for me. So I don't know. 6 one way, half dozen the other.
But yeah, I really enjoyed shooting this gun during the course. Thank you.
And it was probably the lightest gun out there, which made it nice for hiking up and down the hill too.
It was, yeah.
Not bad. While Ginny had probably the lightest gun out here, pretty sure I actually had the heaviest gun out at that class, but made it work. I guess I'll run through kind of this whole thing, how it's set up. Recently, if you follow my videos, ended up with this AI, which is amazing in 6 Creedmoor. Well, I didn't have enough 6 Creedmoor on hand, and a friend of mine, Patrick from Die Free Company, who is an industrial designer that worked for Q, and before that actually worked for Accuracy International. And he's like, yeah, man, I have an old 308 barrel if you want it. I was like, yeah, sure. So sent that out. I actually had some 308, not match, more on that in a minute. So that's what this is actually right here. This is a 308 barrel. And so with it, he actually had it cut and machined with their taper and threads. So this right here is Q's direct thread can, which is the half Nelson. Amazing can, probably my very favorite direct thread can also, because when you put it on, it doesn't come off until you actually are like, oh, I'm gonna take this off and take it off. Moving back, right here, Atlas BIpod did a great job. We definitely spent some time in the prone, and yeah, when I was shooting in the prone, I was definitely shooting off of that. After a while, I ended up wanting to shoot not in the prone. And so I have this tripod right here. This one is by Two Vet Sporting Goods. I forget which model. Does a great job. Ball head, so you can just adjust it, get wherever you need on target, crank the ball head down, nice and secure. Really, really nice. And then as far as glass and this kind of setup right here, I have this by Vortex. This is their Razor HD GenIII 6-36. Could have got some of those letters and numbers mixed up, but it is the GenIII, or yeah, GenIII HD Razor 6-36. I will say pretty usable on 6-power, like even though kind of suboptimal as far as it gets a little bit cluttered. For the stuff we were doing, like we actually did some offhand shooting with our guns just to be like, hey, like, can you make a shot on steel at 100 yards? Which you can. This is a pig, suboptimal, but you can do it. Crank that thing down to 6, break your shot. Really nice, huge magnification range. Honestly, way more than I needed for the respective ranges, shooting out to like 900. It was nice though to be able to crank this thing way up and just double check, be like, okay, that target versus that target, or see where impacts were on a target. Spend a lot of time, usually around like 15x. This right here is the Impact Ballistic, or yeah, Impact 4000 by Vortex. Right here is the remote for it, which is pretty cool. Basically, it's paired, so you hit that, sends out, this has to be zeroed, but basically sends out a range-finding laser, immediately gives you a ballistic solution, so you can either hold inside the optic, which we did a bunch of that, or you can go ahead and dial and shoot that firing solution. Other things I got, well, one, this sling, pretty neat sling. I don't know if I've reviewed it before. It's by Arbor Arms. It's made for precision rifles. Like you can actually clip your belt into this thing, cinch it down, so you can like kind of almost like sit down into the gun, and the tripod holds everything really secure. Really all I did with it was carry this gun up and down a mountain, which did a good job for that. Things that I will say are nice. On this mount, the spur mount right here, there's a bubble level. Doesn't matter. Well, once you get out to like 900, it definitely matters. And so being able to very quickly, without moving my head from my shooting position, tell the cant of my gun, or hopefully tell that there wasn't any cant put into the gun. Yeah, being able to get good hits at range. But not a light gun, but definitely a really fun gun to shoot. That right there kind of wraps up, I think, pretty much all of our gear. Oh yeah, I did forget something. Shooting this gun, you were shooting, as I had mentioned, some like PMC, just 55 grain M193, shot really well. And then, do you remember the manufacturer, that 77 grain open tip?
MIA.
Or IMI.
IMI, whatever.
IMI.
Yes,
yeah.
Sorry, me no English.
She was shooting some IMI 77 grain open tip match. Did really good, printed great on paper, and yeah, you got hits everywhere you shot. So for my own part, I was actually shooting some Federal XM80, like 149 grain ball like machine gun ammunition, like D-linked essentially. This gun shoots it, and I was actually really stoked because yeah,
it shot it well.
Shot it well, and it's way cheaper than having to buy match ammo. But yeah, really pleased with how this thing did. For your own part, is there anything you would have changed as far as gear, guns, anything? I mean, I get it because you flew into another country and didn't have your gun and shot this thing. But...
yeah, and don't look into the mouth of the gift horse, as we say in Finland.
Yeah. Fair.
I mean,
I guess
pretty
aside
pleased.
from that reticle.
These bipods, yeah, I would have rather.
That's fair.
Like
had this one.
Preferred Atlas or Harris or MacBull or something, but
okay.
Yeah, it was okay after
Made
15 times of mansplaining how they work.
Right on. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I would have changed. I mean, honestly, given the opportunity, I would have rather shot my 6 Creedmoor with that new AB can I have for it, because it's nice, and there's like zero recoil, super easy to spot impacts. But I also was shooting machine gun ammo, and it shot really, really well. So stoked on that.
About spotting impacts, I could not see my impacts like after 600 yards. So
that is, and that's
it was pretty difficult for me to spot myself. But then I just, for example, at 900, I just shot 2 in the middle, 1 on the left edge and 1 on the right edge, and I got a hit. Yeah.
And I mean, can't really get away from that. Like little tiny bullet.
Yeah.
At like
far away.
Yeah. And so, and even this, honestly, you really couldn't hear much of any impacts on the 900. And then it was really caliber dependent as far as even at 700 and stuff.
I noticed the same shooting your guns, because we took we took turns shooting each other's guns for 2 rounds. So we all got to try something new. And I could not hear the hits on the plates with this one.
Really?
Yeah.
She missed. Just kidding. Some of the plates, honestly, are hung just different, though, too, to where some of the plates you hear way more. But, yeah, definitely easier to spot, especially for other people, too, spotting trace with 308 than that as well. But, yeah, no, I think everything across the board, I was really pleased with everything, I think. But,
yeah, me too.
But
not bad.
If you want to check out any of this stuff, there'll be links down below and you can. And yeah, as always, thanks for joining us at kitbadger.com. Look forward to seeing you next time.